Lewis. A digital number plate says kama atusasi na yago Mariansimbi. I hope you guys are doing well today. Omwezi no tukutwala. Today is 16th June. And today is Friday, so you know, here for the love of cars, Tobacco Question Friday. You ask the question. Kati abe yabuzize chichechi sose for you guys that have cars. Are you ready for digital number plates? Are you ready for the digital number plates? Do you have the money to pay? Kubanga, every car has to pay 750k. Good morning, Martha, Director, Martha Academy, Mukono Nama Mukono. Me, I'm not ready for the digital number plates. The question is, are you? In a screen guard, itawanye chifana nyi. Kali, kamba chuse nsoke mba series just screen guard you know. Ojira bi. Distortion is chifana. I think you know you put screen guard because you can. Innocent, are you ready for the digital number plates? Naenze ndaba Mariansimbi bagala kutubba bubbi. Kubanga emmoroka yasasulidde omusolo ate lwaki oba ogisasuza ssente endala? Lwaki oba ogisasuza ssente endala? Why? It doesn't, in a way it doesn't make sense. Screen guard yagenda jja kola live broadcast. Question Friday. This is the day that even you who knows you can ask your questions, and you see people that don't know answering you. Subaru Trezia, I don't know how reliable that is, but I think that's like a 1 point. That's like a 1 point. That's like a 1.3. Good morning, Hanifa. Question Friday. The people that want to buy Subarus in low consumption, Kakoka Subaru Trezia, you can buy that one. You can buy the Subaru Trezia. Between 7A and 4A, what is the best engine of Corona Primo? The 4A is the one that is the one. Which one is the 1.5? Both of them are good. But of course, it's going to depend on what you're going to use the car for. You go with the 7A. Bubanga uvuga bibyo gatofayo naye ate eza 4A tezirabikira ntono nnyo. There are very few. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Why nowadays family members are so problematic? You borrow them, no refund. You borrow outsiders, they return. How can we deal with family members? You don't lend family members money. Family members normally take it for granted. Don't lend them money. Just give them. oli bwagamba mpolayo emitwalo 5 bw'oba olina 5 gy'oba omuwa agenda ofune bw'oyongereza nze sikuwoze nkuwadde. That's how we will avoid trouble. Because gye bali abasasula but be basinga obutono. We all know be basinga obutono ate tebasiima. Question Friday. Mansu Hanifa is asking you, why is it that family members are problematic? Oba bote basasula. Abalala bo basasula. Good morning, King Cats. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, King Cats. Lucky Mose, I hope you're also okay. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. Who has driven that Treasure in front of us? I hear that it is better when registering for a license for a business to register as a company, that it's somehow beneficial in terms of taxes. Nadaranga or Tandika. Any thoughts? Okay, let me answer that. For the guys that are going to start businesses, your business can be registered in tugule obundazi sife twaleete ennaku era obundazi mulowooza tekimulidde osanga atalina demand nga gyateyakwa nayo yakimulidde. Koroti tuli babiri 5 sumbusa 5 bundazi 5 n'ebirala 5 tuli babiri kitegedde. Kwata akaveera otekemu 5 n'akalala okole bwotyo ze 12. Bw'oba registering, bw'oba ogenda kukola business in Uganda, you can decide to operate unregistered. Not registering nga kintu kyonna. The other approach would be to register a business name. That's a very common approach. You simply register a business name number nti gwe n'ofuna erinnya nogaa nti the business yange ndagiyita Arthur Investments. Kati n'ogenda ku URL and that business name for you. Okitegeera, they register that business name for you. Kati kubanga tandika mpya nza n'obutaddayo yakolerayo 7 8 5 nekunya depending on the condition of the car. Of course, the cheaper it is, the more work you have to do. Okitegeera. But personally, I wouldn't recommend that you buy a G-Touring past 7 million, because then past 7 million bwogenda kale miliyoni 8 kyowali badde ogendamu ekyamaanyi zaali badde ekinene mu miliyoni 8 kyali badde ekinene mu miliyoni 8 bwe kiba kiganye kati kambalaga abantu abamu sigenda balaga number plate naye afuba okulaba ng'akulaga obwongo bwe obutono nkimanyi vidiyo enajja giraba naye obwongo bwe butono nnyo nga bw'okiwulira kanyiza. So today is Question Friday, guys. Tubuze ebibuuzo. Whatever question is on your mind, go ahead and ask it, and people will answer your question. So I'm going to try and answer this question. So when you're registering a business, you could register a business. You could just, I said you could just choose to operate without registering. No sarawonti nzenja, I'll just do my business. Banja abakola bwe batyo, abantu abasinga bali downtown are not registered, abatembeeyi, garages are pitchy, they are not really registered. Ideally, your business should be registered in one form or another. The first form, that the beginners form, is you register the business name. Just no government. I'm called Arthur. I'm going to start a shop, and I call it Urban Traders. Okay, and I go and register that name. That costs between, I think, depending on if you do it yourself or you have someone else do it for you, between 50,000 to, I think it's less than even 50, because in the Chemanyi but I give them about 80,000, I think. So I think it's even 30,000 to register a business name. So that's normally what they do. Now the thing with the business name is that so the thing with a business name is that then the business and you are not different at all. The business and you are not different at all. What they cannot be different from you. You simply obanga registered in the Daranti whenever I'm doing business as, but still you're the same. The other alternative you can take is registering a business as a limited liability business. So a limited liability means the people that have shares, their liability. Liability is like liability chitegeza anti the responsibility you have towards the bad things that can happen as a result of things done by employees of that business. Your liability, your responsibility ends at the shares you have. If you have 10% share in that company and the company is 10 million, chitegeza your liability is limited to 1 million. Chitegeza business eyo bwe obemoroka ya company eyo bwe netomera omuntu, your liability is limited to 1 million. In the business, you don't have limited liability. Moroka ya business bwe tomera bakusiba n'ebisumuzo ne babisula mu nyanja kubanga you and the business are one. Simanyi oba ntegeerekeka. So normally they will tell you to register limited liability is the best, because the company is in itself a person. You're a person, but the company also is in itself a person. So omuntu bw'aba aloopa taloopa gwe wadde gwe nannyini business, aloopa company. Kyovolaba nti companies like Property Masters, companies like Jomai, the director of Jomai himself doesn't get affected no matter what happens. If you buy a plot from Jomai Properties, for example, and the plot is not good, or they steal your money, it's the company that has stolen. It's not the Jomai. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So the owner of Jomai, his liability to you ends at his shares. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So bogenda mu court tosobola kulopa Jomai, director wa Jomai, olopa Jomai Properties Limited. Those are decreed. So they normally tell you that you register that. Now, in terms of taxation, the company pays its own taxes, and you, the director, you pay your own taxes. It means that you, as a director, you can or cannot, you may or may not get salary from your business. The company may as well just facilitate you. Nekuwa mafuta, nekugulire mmere, nekugulire engoye, okitegeera. Nga tekuwadde musaala, it means you yourself, you don't pay tax in that case, although you're supposed to pay income tax from all the other avenues that you make money from. So URA presumes that since you're a director of a company, you have other businesses that you get money from. Is it alien? No, you. So they are still going to expect you to pay income tax every year. But even the business is supposed to pay income tax on top of other taxes like withholding tax, because every time you pay a professional to do something for you, you need to withhold taxes from them. I don't know if I make sense. You need to pay taxes. Taxes where you need to pay withholding, you pay, if you're VAT registered, you pay tax. But the most important tax is income tax. Income tax you need to file every year. Income tax. Now, income tax is normally 30% of the income of the gross income you made. Which take it after expenses. The gross profit katugambe. It is a gross profit. Let's say you made 10 million, but then you paid rent of 4 million, and then you paid employees, and then you bought your car, you bought data. Katichitegeza kusente zisikana ukatugeza kwa million 5 nosikaza million 2, you pay income tax 30%. 10% would be 200. Chitegeza bofisa million 2, you pay income tax of 600,000. Chitegeza the income tax URA is very strict about it. Na ye tewera bilati wobo inaba employee or you know basasura pay as you earn, or you know basasura NSSF if they are on your payroll. Then wofuna a professional bo hiring, and let's say you hire a company to do some work for you, you need to hold, you pay withholding tax. Katifawali entertainment industry, if I have actors that work for me because they are doing something I can't do, it makes them professionals, I need to withhold 6% from them. Era bwemba nsasula omuntu nga ngenda mu akatugeze million emu, I withhold 60,000 from them. Nenze musasula mu URA. It's my responsibility as a company. Then we could go on and on and on. I'll have a tax lawyer. I have a friend of mine who is a tax lawyer. I will host him one day on the podcast. I'll tell you how taxation works. But basically that's it. When you register your business as a company, you're safer in terms of taxes. You're much more safer. Even in liabilities, you're safer. G2 and DX estate kati DX bayeri wala kimoze DX ngasi jitegeranze joyogera kirabika yadda. So Lewis, if you can register, it's of course much expensive to register a company, but I think 600,000 or 500,000 to register a company. Yet registering a business name would be like 100k max. But then Nebobo registering the business name, still you don't need to do income tax. Me, I find that registering a company is less complex because you know the company is a company in itself. Now morning Arthur, Primo or Fielder, which is better for starters? The Primo new model and Fielder depends on what you want to use the car for. If you need more space, the Fielder is definitely better. If you just want to drive for Sape, Primo is okay. Don't borrow family members if you need peace. Give them what you can afford to use. Definitely. Tola family members sent zotazimbire mu mutima. Tigai na muola sente zange na ata nsasula. Koja tuka mbwavu nga bukuluma. Me, I remember there is an auntie of mine. Yajjanga nanneewolako emitwalo gaali 2. Nangamba njagga kuwa nampa date nga omuntu bwanakuwa date ngeri in 2 weeks. Nogamba okay nozimuwa. Kati the 2 weeks elapse and I need the money. I really needed the money. Ate omanya abantu abakulu be babeera obanga amumanyira okumubanja naye olunaku lwe yangamba okumpa ssente lwatuuka ne luyitako wiiki mutufu nga ndi bubi nali nakagula akasimu kange kakwati nakagula Belgium eyo nali ngenze ku performinga. So I came back with my quality phone Samsung zakajja. So I went to a money lender and I put up my phone as a collateral that week. Ngangambye njaze kuwa week eri ngoro buyiseeka nyongeddeyo week. Amazima gali tesimu yange bagitwala. But of course yeta teyamanya tajimanya na kuchimanya. Waita wondozo omwezi 10% zange. Naye teyamanya nti nze nafiirwa essimu yange nagula emitwalo 4. Olwokuba nali netaaga emitwalo 10 ku mitwalo 2 ge nali namuwola. Kasimu kange kakwati nakagula emitwalo 4 Belgium. Ne kalugenda. Okitegeera. So those experiences should teach us if you want peace and you toyagala kunyigira abantu. Ne bobozi ina towola family member ne mu bank. Agende mu bank okujjako ng'omuntu wali omuwozeeko n'akusasula. Nze kati sikyawana buzibu bwa family member. Because kati buli muntu in your family they already know that they should not lend a family member money. Kiba kizibu kusanga muntu wa family n'akuwola sente. Especially close, like me, I personally have a sister-in-law that gives me money. When mukubiranga azina ampereza buweereza tanyega. Okitegeera okubira mugawa wa njagala $1,500,000 naka asizwe kankuwe $1,000,000 oba kankuwe $1,200,000 obuli awo she has my account number, I have her account number. Okitegeera so era bwe nti nganziza ku account ye nga muteramu ka profit era bwaba yagadde nga nkubira nga muweereza naye bwazifuna bwati nganziza ku account yange. So there are people that you can develop a relationship with ngeri bwetu. Okitegeera. But other than that, okuja ng'omuntu okimanyi nti we have this kind of relationship, family osobola okugyewala okukola ki okugiwola to have peace. Salmin bakubundazi bw'omukyalo ono. Another question, Mansur, do you also help in selecting big vehicles like Chigege? Yes, we do. However, I have a friend of mine avuga taxi. Bwoba ogenda avuga taxi osobola okugenda n'okolanirwa kuba simanyi oba amanyi okola pre-purchase inspection. So okugenda tukola pre-purchase inspection tufuna emmoroka ennungi then yo n'omuwa kuyambako ku managinga taxi eyo. Okitegeera ne loole lwakuba nti abaloole n'akafunayo ndowooza babiri ate tebaagala kubalaga because tebaagala ndowooza kubalabisa. Good morning Moses, good morning Chris Da Vinci. Primo eyo ngizeemu awo okubye nnyo. Stanley abantu abamu tulina bakuba eyo gwe kitwagambye be humble but don't over be humble. Okitegeera bw'obeera over humble bakulinnyako ku mitwe. Okitegeera bakulinnyako ku mitwe. Good morning Arthur. Someone asked you about Mercedes-Benz. I just wanted to know how reliable it is. It's a very reliable car. Mercedes-Benzes are generally more reliable than even Golfs. Mercedes-Benz are reliable, it's just that the maintenance is expensive. But if you don't maintain them properly, they die. Zifanyo gearbox, nere chita gearbox za Mercedes-Benz, it's one, is that if you don't give Mercedes-Benz gearboxes the right oil, they will die. But Mercedes-Benz are generally very reliable cars. I would drive Mercedes-Benz if I didn't live far. It's just that even their fuel consumption is a little higher, but they are very good cars. You can register a limited liability partnership. It offers you the same protection as a private company limited by share. And the thing with the limited liability partnership is now your boundaries are not really clear. Who does what, Which the limited liability partnerships, I think they are not as safe. So what happens when the business is expanding? Who takes what share? I don't know if you get it. A limited liability company is clear. You have 20% of the company. It doesn't matter how much growth we have. I have 20%, another has 20%, another has 20%. It's clear if the business goes 1 billion, you have 20% of 1 billion. It needs to be clear. That's why for me, I'm not advising. I don't advise people. Limited liability partnerships work for businesses that are going to survive 5 years and you close. And for 5 years, we are going to work together to collect nachino. But if you're growing a business that you want to grow for a very long time, I totally advise a limited liability company, because your shares will be clear for years to come. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Hi, is Islamic page. I hope you're doing well. Arthur, from experience, once you open a company, URA start coming like vultures. No, they don't come like vultures, by the way. They don't come like vultures, from my experience. They don't. And trust me, I've had like multiple companies myself. URA start coming like vultures. Even when you are non-functional or you make losses, they can come and try to estimate for you. No. And Daniel Ranga, the thing happens that if you don't file your returns, they will estimate for you. You can file nil. I filed nil over for how many years? I kept telling them I made losses. Because I was making losses clearly. Which again, and making losses is normal in business. It's allowed even at URA. You can. I will surely have a tax consultant give us. Actually, it's not just a tax consultant. He's a lawyer and an accountant. He will come and explain. He's a friend of mine. One thing you need to understand is that you just need to be vigilant. You need to be on top of your game for URA to not make you pay for money you did not make. To not make you pay taxes you're not supposed to pay. They don't come. I've received emails personally where a person sends you an email and they say, Arthur, you owe URA 47 million, and then I tell them, but you're asking me for 47 million that I didn't even make. And if the worst goes to the worst, it's always good to have an accountant on call. At that time. So normally when it happens, I give my accountant to call them, and they never come back. Sometimes all you need to do is reply to their email and tell them, you know what, I did not make the money you want me to pay. Daniel, I know people who were making good money informally, and once they open the company, taxes just kill them. URA just assumes you are lying if you declare losses. No, Daniel, URA doesn't assume anything. One thing you need to understand, Daniel, you need to have paperwork. If I've helped you buy a car, you've seen. I have a multitude of paperwork in my car. I have receipts from fuel stations. I have receipts from supermarkets. You need to, if you're doing a business expense, have receipts for everything. For me, my employees at work, they know Arthur is about receipts. Everything you buy, receipt, you should be able to explain, like a border. Borders don't give receipts. Markets don't give receipts. There are even other businesses that don't give receipts. But then under those circumstances, you need to have a voucher. You need to have a payment. URAs. One thing you need to targets. Their goal is to make sure that you pay, they get money out of you. And they are going to use all tricks to get money out of you. They are not evil. It's their job. Baba Gamba, you guys have to collect 200 billion this year. Their goal is to make sure they collect 200 billion within the first quarter, so that they can the last quarter or the second. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And they have the mandate to force you to pay, especially if you don't have paperwork. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, Daniel. You need to have paperwork ready, have receipts, have payment vouchers. And the people that have understood taxation, what about it? What was that MTN doesn't go under? MTN doesn't go under because they know they have to pay tax, but they also know that if I have an expense that is justified, one thing I can tell you is that taxation doesn't happen just here in Uganda. Vultures, URA vultures are everywhere. Every country has their URA version. I think over US, over the US, Daniel, over Canada, every country has their own vulture, but there are vultures on you if you don't have paperwork. You can't tell URA that we spent on fuel of 20 million this year. We all know fuel stations give receipts. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And you don't have receipts. Kari, we spent 20 million on fuel. I lost some receipts, but I have receipts worth 16 million. That can be understood. But you can't tell people, you can't tell a URA person, you know what, we spent 20 million on fuel, but I don't have any receipt. Me, I've even gotten to the point that I pay for fuel using Visa. So if they don't have the other receipt, I have a visa receipt. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Daniel. Hey, do you know what I'm here? Already mutugagula twayiseeyo. Daniel, I don't know if I'm clear, eh? That you are able, if you're ignorant about how it works, eh? There are times they have sent me emails and I thought, okay, these guys are asking for money that I have not even made. Ngulia akueleza email nakamba Arthur, according to your history, you were supposed to pay 60 million this year. No, Mugamba, 60 million, look at my history. How many years have I registered nil? There is a time I got an email from URA telling me I'm supposed to pay VAT. And I told them, if I register for VAT, you guys will deregister me because I don't have VAT to pay. I don't even make the money that and they did not write to me again about VAT. So I'm thinking you just have to know the right thing to do. You just have to know. Daniel, I don't know if there's someone else that has experienced the things that I've experienced with URA. If there's someone here that has experienced the same, you can share your experience. Corolla DX Extent, it resembles the G. Don't buy it unless it shares spares with the G Touring. Which take it. Just buy the G Touring. Hey, kateke day. Kadoka G Touring akasoka. Akaoga. Hey, I drove it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Leave it alone. Buy the G Tour, the real G Touring. Kariaka soka. Kaji Touring akakade. Kariaka bi. The ugly one. Kateke de lake Mose. That one, don't buy it. You see, I'm even discouraging you from buying the G Touring. Arthur, you need to be a withholding agent to withhold tax. Every company can I withhold tax. I withhold. I've been doing that. I pay that tax. It's about withholding. You pay that. Not every company can withhold. Simanyi chogamba a company withholds tax from their service providers. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You withhold tax from your service providers. It's not that not every company does, but if someone does a job for you that you can't do yourself and they come a professional, you withhold. You can choose not to withhold, but you withhold. Me, I withhold from my actors, because if you don't withhold from the actor, then they will not pay tax because URA doesn't know them. I think it's another way for URA to get tax from people that don't pay tax. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You're an accountant, because me, I'm not an accountant, but I've been doing the withholding for some time now, and it has been okay. And URA has never asked me, okay, why are you withholding when you're not a withholding tax agent? Right? They have never asked me, and they ask all the time. By the way, they ask those things. JK is saying don't lend. Towola muntu sente okujanga oli manerenda. Atajja parking. JK, good morning. Daniel, just file income tax presumptive for small business. URA won't come to you. Be tax compliant and don't try cutting corners. That is where you get issues. Thank you. Ola bikoli accountant. Thank you. But Daniel, don't try to cut. I know there are people that will try to tell you to cut corners. Avoid cutting corners. Yes. Thanks, Arthur. I'll be waiting for that podcast about taxes. Arthur, good morning from Leader. Good morning, Eric. Arthur, the partnership deed is the equivalent of the memorandum of articles of association. It governs the relationship between partners. That's the articles of association. And I'm asking myself, how do I know how much of a company I own if we don't have a share capital? And I think most people have registered using that partnership approach, and that's why I have a lot of trouble with businesses that have been started with friends. If it's clear I have 20% of the company and we started the company with 2 million, if I want to get out, give me my share and I go. But if you didn't have a share and I put in a lot of effort, because normally partnerships come with effort. Partnerships come with effort. And partnerships normally is even with the accountant, a lawyer. I think because they partnerships. Try to educate me. From what I understand, lawyers and accountants and some other, I don't know which professions, they cannot register company, limited liability companies because their businesses are tied to them. They can sue them. Suing a company now because you're a professional. In a way, it's a way to kind of regulate what you do. So educate me how the partnership protects anyone. I find that it doesn't protect anyone, like the limited liability company. Try to educate me. Why then are the lawyers and accountants being told to register partnerships in a way of regulating them, and it's not the same with us? Why is it like that? Because according to the business law class I was in, I was told by my business law lecturer who was a lawyer that in a way I want to understand, according to my business law lecturer Yangamba, the reason why lawyers and accountants are registering partnerships is because it's a regulatory thing. In a way, you're regulated as a professional. So I want to understand, because me, I would never register a partnership. I found that register partnerships normally have a lot of trouble. Because with nothing. Good morning, Dennis. Salmi. The new model million in Gabi buy from it can even go higher. 25. It can even go higher. Depending who you buy from, how much it is, how many brokers have been in the job, and all that. So question Friday, guys. Let's ask the question. It's question Friday. Let's ask the questions. Mujje mubuze ebibuuzo ababiddamu nabo we balinange nirako ka idea bambi jangonziremu ebibuuzo byange. Jangonziremu ebibuuzo byange ebyembuuzizza. Balaba aba Nissan Caravan yiyo yagula yakola taxi netuula. Abalala baba no Mazida simanya kino bakiyita kimazida ki byembagamba temugula. Byo bitudde bbanga kuba bitugala n'okuddugala. Zinja zibalaga emmotoka eziremedde mu garage. Eno ipsaamu zino eza Toyota zemulabaawo ziremeddeyo lwa langi. Therefore spraying kyobala temulina mataala. Bagenda ziri spraying ate emmotoka ki. Eyo Chevrolet. Eyo Chevrolet erina gyeraga yatuulwa. Njanga bagiyiriza mu yingini ya kibina. Kosa gyembagana okugula yiyo. Yo bani yali ambuuza ku kosa kaako. Togula ekyo kisiraani kya kosa. And there are people that have the kosas nga bazivuga tezibawa buzibu. But one thing I can tell you is that there are people that have survived with HIV for 20 and 30 years. It doesn't mean that if you get HIV you will survive for that long. Sikyo. Bitu bino bibaamu omukisa, bibaamu empeke, bibaamu n'endya, bibaamu ne DNA. Teguyisa mbuzi mmalaga. Era Toyota bweremera mu garage omanya nanyini oyo atalina sente zigikanika. And not having money doesn't mean that the money that he doesn't have is fair. Tusanga makanika yamulemeseza okujja emmotoka mu garage nga amusiira. Because baba makanika bayaye. Kati nabagambe, I told you about the other primo that is at my workplace. Egeze munaku lwakusatu nerera egenda kusigalawo. Togenda mu lwakuna ye. Ennaku nnya ye makanika yagenda n'agamba nanyini mmotokira kuva Mande. Eri mu lunaku lwakutaano yamugamba ajja gisiba n'amugjamu ne ssente. Emmotoka emulemye okusiba. Temusiba yinginiza VVT, just buy new in day to day. badde nga mbyogera bwogezi olwaliro ngenda gissaamu naro I'm putting a new engine in my car. Bano baguddewo naye nga ndaba nga batalinawo mazzi soko kebeolabo balinamu ekimba nanti ziri sigundi oli jibu nayo oli jibu yinafe competition mbutaapu oli jibu babaleetedde naye mazzi nga alinga atalina
Some Duke on the vibe.
Sorry, I had to answer that phone call. Old model million nga 13 15 awo togisuse 16 because kakati ate million 2 oba osobola ofuna eri model empya kitegeera. How much is the engine for a RAV4 old model? About 3 million, 3.5. About 3 million or 3.5 you can get it. Nze yange ngenda kubagaininga nja bagamba ze ngendo jigula. But I'm going to document the entire. Hey, for those that don't know, I'm using an S8. My phone fell in water. So and you know Samsung's in Moroka za mulembe, simu za mulembe. It told me that there was moisture in my phone, so I could not charge it. And sometimes when I'm doing a broadcast, I put it in a charger. So I'm using my wife's S8. So that, guys, today is Question Friday. Ask your questions. Ababidamu webali. Hello. Hey. Question Friday, guys. Let's ask the questions. Finally, they don't take a ingini in terms of Moroka Yang. And you call me Habu was a big Habu and my began in Mass. As long as this Moroka Timwe Barenia Nabagamba Tosiba engine. VVTI engines are not to be overhauled. VVTI engines, we could get money. Buy another engine. That's how it's supposed to be. Ila mechanic atakulimba ngafe tuzisiba bazisiba wa mbufe tuzisiba oyo tamanyi byayogerako bazisiba wa omusajja wa primo engine yekutira wali agenze mu nnaku 5 mechanic buli lunaku ajja n'asiba bigaana n'addayo najja n'asiba ne bigaana n'addayo akirabika ne mechanic gwalina naye tamanyi na byakola nini bwe yali badde amanyi byakola. VVTI engines don't get better. Ebo funa makanika nga yefuula amanya atya tezitereera. Habo ye mabegeyo. Acheze mipira ja zibadde kutoke. Babu na yeli mukano yeli mukano. Tebola banzeme ngayo ndaba. Tegusobola kubanga kukola guti kitegeera tegusobola kubanga kukola guti nga kizibu kiveera wandi badde gubuuka bubuusi mpozi erimu yembi ennyo kati you know what they are going to do kabu zonna bagenda zikebera zonna how much is your new engine? My new engine, it will not cost me more than 2.2, but I want to buy it cheaper. Of course, the Ziba ampia, but they are in the condition of the engines that you buy with your newborn cars. By the way, watugamba mbu osaka emipira ja 15 ku grand n'ogiwanika it but grand zigirako 15 oba na 16 grand egirako 15 inch size na 16 ezimu zigirako ne 17 by the way 15 eryoke nze ate ngenda teeka 15 ku kakorola kange ngenda teeka 15 ku kakorola kange kati eyange yegirako 14 but I'm going to put 15 kati habu yange ey'omumaaso efa but my mechanic told me because I have ordinary rims and the ordinary rims don't give space to the caliper. So ordinary rim we bwenkuba mu caliper bweba ewa vibration caliper newa hub vibration, it means the hub doesn't survive that long. So nga ate bwenjiwa rim nga neneko bangegira, the alternative would be I either buy 15-inch ordinary rims or I buy sport rims 14, and sport rims are expensive for nothing. I cannot buy rims mitwalo nsa mitwalo kinana nfa kinensi bagambe kimbo omusajja oyo emoroka ye ina sport rim ezinyirira ekyo nakyo atunda kanana kati atunda kanana zimba rumu bagambe mbo emoroka ina sport rim ennungi era ngenda gula 15-inch rims ate nga sport rims ezo nazo zaatika kati ordinary zina gye ziraga. So I'm going to buy 15-inch rims nempira jange ginaatera okuggwako, then I put 15-inch tires okitegeera ejja kwewanikamuko katono but which is still okay. Yeah, naye nga ezo mark tuzo zigirako 15-inch oba 16 ne 17 depending on naye kati you have to look in the logbook and then if you're going to change size ntiebe moroka yebaddeko 14 ngogenda gisako 15, don't forget that legally you're supposed to go to URA and change particulars, and I will do that. I'm going to change particulars of the engine and ngendo tekamu. I'll go to URA and change the particulars, then to send particulars is MEP ngendo tekako mbere kati nga enough size 15 okitegera you pay some money but moroka yo twagala kati njera batabani bange batukenga bavuge moroka ngeko 15 nga taba kwatako. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Bateri abanye abatamanyi we tulinga bannachalo tuli wandegeya kati I have viewers from Fort Portal oba munnachalo. Munnachalo is not an abuse by the way. Where you are kati fabe Kampala tulabo oli mu kyalo namwe mwennyini mukimanyira mba mujja ogamba I'm going to the city. Nowhere leader. We are in the city, you are in the village. Because in the leader kati city. Mayo agenze bagaba city status. Mbare is a city, Lira is a city, Gulu is a city, Mbarara is a city, Masaka is a city. There was an amendment to the Partnership Act to allow for limited liability partnerships. Initially, all partners in the business were liable, but not anymore. You can read more on it. Oh, I'm going to find that. So you can be a limited liability partner. Then that's an approach you guys can take. But there comes an issue. If someone wants to register a single member company, then how does he have a partnership with only one person? Yet you can have a single member company. Is the writer SMC, single member company. Joliomu company yo. Teria kusinikira ko money. I've seen it before. There is a dealer that has a single member company. Tagara musinikira ko money. It's easier. Morning. At how much can I get a field tour who was still in a better? I would recommend that you have about 16 million. And I don't want to tell you that you're going to get a new number plate. Just look for a good Noah. 16 million. Ha, naye ate lugitwala bye yali ennungi mbali bajagala million 18. banana. In fact, we did not buy it. The day we bought the last Harrier that we bought, the day we bought the last Harrier we bought, bali bajifuna milioni 18. But why do you want a field tourer? Field tourer ngazinywa amafuta. Lwaki toguze Nuwa, the new model? Yes, I know they say they have you may not get engine troubles. You may not get engine troubles because there are people that have survived with those new model Nuwas for a very long time. At 18 million, you can still get a new model Nuwa. So why would you be buying? I know if you. So for me, I would recommend that you look for Kati, because when you look at even drive that car, I think inza Nuweze mpya za raiso inzo jigula the new model new ones. I'm not talking about the 2010. I'm talking about the 2004, 2005. You can get the new engine at 2.5, which take depending how good the engine is and where you're buying it from. So jigula million H2 million is sato. Katiao. Sina bachikuza moroka eri nkadenga waliwe mpya. But if you really want the field tourer, you can get it 16 million, 17, 18, depending on where you buy it. Baka togambe good condition. You don't want one that will disturb you. Yes. Good morning, Jeremy. Yatuyimirize ggulo bagayi nene leero atayagala tuyimirize babeera waawo nga baagala kuyigiriza fe obumotoka obutono saisinga omugasikulaga nsobona nomerawo ngaalise sikimanyidde ddala sisobola yadde wiiki. How do you survive? Yeah, you survive. Question Friday, guys. Let's ask the questions. They will definitely be answered without bias. And then I'm confident. Transition. What is straight? I have never had a straight joint. At least you have an imitation in a relationship. This is about an imitation. The English, you have a straight joint. You tough fight. You have a tough fight. It's Chileria. Week. No problem. They are finding I'm saying. Are you very happy? Didn't you see much? Did you see what you did in this study? It's like a more food. Yeah, it was a more ducal. You keep the relationship. I don't know about Bamaka, Mutaka, Mulan. I don't know what's my budget and the car. I am going to go and go. I mean, you're for money. I'm looking for an appropriate spot. So at this idea, and the money between your cousin and whatever you we don't have zombie. We are both hubs. So you have to take you. You have a go. There you go. So guys, question Friday ngena basibula no baba. Lero kagenda kuba empimu naye kabiri dda nyina bwe navuddeko binadde nkoze dakika zange nga abizikyo era awe yange sigali ebiri ana twayibye muruka twamala gwe batu maipak na reverse nga tokozoti wato nayiga muruka. Is there any particular problem cannot with Toyota Primo Ali? Toyota Primo ba Alioni? No. Those cars are good. They are Corollas. Mucho manya usage muruka nga Corona oba Corolla ula. the price of Town S pickup used. Like Mose, I would actually not recommend that you buy a Town S. I would recommend that you collect, because Town S, they are going to sell to you at 16. Yet at 20 you can get a good elf, Sicho, or Canter. You can 20 million. So you get the 16 million that you would have bought the Town S for, deposit it on a Canter or the elf. And then pay the balance, because those cars make better money than the Town S, and they take more load than the Town S. So I wouldn't.
Fuel consumption.
Even the consumption is better.
It relative.
After how much is it to hire a camera for a month to record my lessons? Good camera, baba. If you want to hire a camera for a month, the cameras I've been hiring on my set, body alone. Body, and as in, if you're hiring a camera has lenses, so the body alone is 150 per day. So now we calculate, that's about 3 million. Then the lens is depending on where you hire it, is 50. So katibala 200,000 for a month. That's a lot of money. So why don't you just buy a good phone? Buy the S20, S21, S23. Those cars, those phones, even iPhones, they have very good cameras. They give you HD quality. They can even give you 4K, which take it, because 4K is like maximum. No TV here in Uganda plays 4K. Actually, even Ugandan TV stations don't even play full HD, which take it. So if you get a camera that can give you full HD, okay, then you invest in lighting, invest in good sound, very steady, which take it. Any recommendations for good mechanics? For cars like Toyota Primo, Hilux. I have a good mechanic, but I don't share his contact here. I don't want to bias people. Which tegeera. Onkubira nenkunyonnyola nenkubulira bwakola. Because gochobomanyanti all mechanics may be good, but mechanics are like doctors. That's why we have mortuaries at hospitals. Orumubigana. Which tegeera. So if I share a number here and I say, oh, this is the best mechanic I know, and then things go south, mujja kujja ku channel yange mugamba hata yatuwa makanika wano olumu akubyeko kitegeera filtwara nuwa kan kuyiraba more than the new model new okay awjigule. But I find that at 18 million lwaki togulira ddala kigege manye kati ebintu bya kugeraageranya okitegeera nuwa ate kati kigege ebeyiriba okusinga nuwa kati gulira ddala kigege erimu 3L okitegeera kuba yatejja kuyiriba okusinga nuwa bwoba ogula moroka yakuyiriba, because kigege osobola njifuna ku million nga 15 ng'ekyayiriba ate neyiriba past the time the nuwa would kuyiriba ate ne botuko gituna nevamu sente okusinga ezalivudde mu nuwa kati ogeraageranyamu. After, do you do paperwork after changing the engine? Yes. You need to have paperwork because of it. While you are a Karaganti engine, te wabanzibe. Then Elf Isuzu 150 fuel consumption. Tenya bunyo kusinga kabungu.
And over town, all over town is diesel. Zinya relative.
Nga Elf.
Kumutani kali tenya nyo. Kumutani basically elimu engine ya taxi. Ikubazo naziba 12 oba 13.
Ne lodi jetwala.
Ne lodi jetwala ne
15 million ngenda binamusisi ante osobola jifuna nga tayina binamusisi jeke. There is a person, is a follower of mine here, namusanga nga aguze taxi 2 namutera mu trackers, but taxis zaali nungi, the bodies were nice. Ekyali wanted zaine ebipula kati oyinza ogisanga ine papula ya million nga 2 okitegeera naye ebipapula teba bisaswa with time. Bwiba ko ebipapula ya million 2 osobola ogenda ng'osasako emitwalo 10. Jeke chatted your relative. When, for example, when you look at the work the car does and how much it consumes, which take it.
Twalitekanga mu lita 10 okujja mu Kampala n'oddayo. Neera lukumu bitayera na sa mu lita 10.
Ate ng'ekola emirimu egisinga egy'eno. Okay. Nti okunywa relative nti eri ekola nnyo okusinga kano ate nga zinywa kyekimu.
Nti osobola bale ekisinzira ne kunvuga y'omuntu. Waliwo gayi yanywa lita 2 okugenda erugazi okuva e Namayumba paka Lugazi. Omulala nange nayinywa lita 2 kisinzira ne kunvuga.
but jeke segede ekyo nti n'abakozi babiri nga bonna basasula ssente ze zimu okusinga munne akola emirimu okusinga munne abakiipa dano okola okitegeera seera bwe otuuka kugoba ogoba oli atakola mirimu dampa eri mu meka elfu dampers because dampers zikola nnyo ate okusinga ezisengula abantu ezisengula abantu zo tezikola nnyo
ate togula kanta gula isuzu
elfu
gula isuzu
lwaki
anti isuzu ekola dampa ennungi okusinga gundi okusinga kanta kanta yeba nnungi mu kusengula n'okutambuza ebyamaguzi wano
yes
naye wali okuyiba mirombe kukola ki isuzu yennungi
kale bagayi ndooza mukitegedde ekyo bambi ebibuuzo bye tuzzeemu olwaleero bimala kampiteko mumanya bannange nze mbadde manyidde S20 yange bannange S8 kati no naye nyina omu updatinga mweroza ka S21 King Daniels, Abby, Remy Lewis, Innocent, Martha, Mansour, Hanifa, Salmin, Daniel, Lucky Mose, King Katz, Jerome, Uncle Salmina, Kaira, Moses, Chris, Da Vinci, Comic and Jam, Stanley, thank you for the additions. Thank you for answering the questions. Islamic page, of course, JK, Oliech Eric, Dennis Buyinza, Musawo. Tulinawo pharmacist wano bannange obwoyango yawe nawo ddagala lyoyagala okufuna abali kummi. Banaye Dennis nkayisizaawo ako Komunjara James. I'm not very clear because of the phone. Mbadde manyidde full HD kati ate settings ene kamera simanyi bwe yazikola. Abakyala mubamanyi bo tebafaayo kasita akuba ekifaananyi ne kinyuma. Nagali Chirwana. So you guys tenuwe tuyinza kungamba nti teyiriwo okitaba abantu just bamanyi nti bode ya nuwe eri enkadde ngumu naye neno nuwe eyiri bassebo Salmin question kanje nonye mbadde sira. Bana guys, thank you for being part of the broadcast. Temwirabira nkola pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car, avoid making mistakes when you're going to buy a car in terms of money and car choice. Nga athawali tujane mechanic and kuyamba kukebera. Since it's question Friday, is it okay to change your gearbox on that RAV4 in case ngetan say yes. We choose, but I've realized that it doesn't make any more sense. Gwe manyira bumenyi zikintu kyo kikona gu. Otuka with time otuka nga kiri nomo. Otuka nga nacho kiri nomo. Anyway, guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow evening in rehearsal. I may not be able to do tomorrow and Sunday. I'll see you on Monday, guys. I have a very tight schedule with rehearsals, but after the week of 27th, I'll be okay. July, I'll do the weekend broadcasts again very well. I wish you a very nice day, guys. Mukama abawe mix some mukola. And have a good weekend, and of course don't do what you wouldn't want your sons or daughters to do. Don't drink and drive, and if you go with someone you don't know, take a kakapira. Ciao.